Kelly Clarkson, my life would suck without you. Just a couple of days ago, Kelly Clarkson was playing a game with her Trolls World Tour co-stars, Justin Timberlake and Anna Kendrick, and they all had to find something related to them in their homes. While Justin and Anna grabbed figurines of their characters Branch and Poppy, Clarkson went in a more literal direction and she brought in her 5-year-old daughter River, her 3-year-old son Remy, and then joined in on the fun too. Great moments online in quarantine there.
94.3. This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K.
94.3 Radio 1 brings you entertainment at home during the lockdown, and we're proud of that. On the telephone line is a friend and accomplished theatre personality, Acharia-Dar, and she's doing something spectacular. She's curating theatre live for BookMyShow. If you go onto the BookMyShow app, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Meher, wonderful to talk to you. How are you doing? I hope your friends, your family, your extended family are safe during the lockdown.
All well, Hrishi. I hope your family is safe too. And thank you so much again for having me on your show.
Now, this is a fascinating concept for all theatre lovers like yours truly and everybody who's listening. The fact that we couldn't go to a live stage experience during this lockdown was really disturbing for us. So the concept behind Theatre Live and how you've gone about your curation, Meher.
So just like everybody else, we were sitting at home and we had nowhere to go and nothing to do. And I wanted to start off by doing monologues on live platforms, but I don't have that many followers. So I was like, why don't we get a bunch of us together who can do stuff on their personal streaming platforms? And good folks at BookMyShow jumped in and said they'll help us with the marketing and with the publicity. So I literally just picked up the phone and called out friends and asked them, hey, would you guys like to jump in? And this first round, or what we like to call Act 1 of Theatre Live, is literally a bunch of friends that I've just picked up the phone and asked, would you like to do something? And almost everybody said definitely yes, because I think everybody had reached a point where they were like, we want to have something to look forward to in our day, and this kind of gave them something to work towards.
Meher, what I like about Theatre Live is it's genre and language agnostic. By that I mean you have the theatre stalwarts of English theatre like the Denzel Smiths, for example, but you've also got people who are, who've been doing a fair amount of Hindi theatre as well as Marathi theatre, and even somebody in the Kissebazi tradition like a Danish. So talk to me about the wide span of artists that you've been putting out.
Yeah, because why should theatre only be restricted to English, right? The joy of going online is you have a pan-Indian or even a pan-Asian audience, because BookMyShow has a UAE website and we've got a decent amount of viewership coming in from there as well. The joy of being on the internet is you have friends in America, you have friends in UK, you have friends all over the world that are watching it. So why constrain yourself to just English? Which is why I reached out to friends like Parna Pethe, like Sonali, who are well versed in, Marathi theatre. Sonali read a beautiful story she had written herself in Marathi. Parna's done so much work in Marathi film, Marathi theatre. And we've had artists like Rasika Agashe who read Hindi poems written only by female poets about women in different stages of our lives. So it's just been a wonderful cross-section of things that people have come up with independently. I just had to pick up the phone and ask these friends and say, hey, what would you like to do? And we've had theatre artists like Suchitra Pillai and Suhas Ahuja just come up and sing songs. And, first we were thinking that, is this theatre? But then theatre is also live music. A whole part of the performance in so many of the plays that we've all been a part of includes live music. So we were like, why not? Why just constrain ourselves to monologues or poetry or dramatized reading, and just open out the entire sphere to literally what the artists were comfortable doing. And we've got such wonderful ideas coming from themselves that I literally had to just sit back and, just give little nudges and pushes, and it's all been out of their own creation.
Big ups
and Danesh is sitting in Michigan in America, so it's fabulous that he's been able to be a part of this as well.
Yes, I was saying big salams to you and the good folks at BookMyShow for pushing this. More with Meher Acharia-Dar and the Theatre Live experience up ahead. Don't go anywhere. I'm Hrishi K, and this is 94.3 Radio 1 One World, your station. Enjoy some more Chiba, and Rome wasn't built in a day. Beyonce is checking up on it. Meher Acharia-Dar, the theatre personality, has curated an online series of theatre performances for the good people at BookMyShow. And these are not just performances, might I add. There are also some select theatre workshops. More chat with Meher.
94.3. This is Good Morning Mumbai with Hrishi K. Radio 1.
So now we're going to talk about this evening as well as tomorrow and finally on Wednesday where, Act 1 will culminate. So just tell me about what we can expect. We've got Lavleen Mishra and Kunal Roy Kapoor today. We've got the wonderful Asif and the Khuranas, the AK Various with Slow Cheetah. That's tomorrow.
Yes.
And day after we have Dan Hussain. So just what people can expect today, tomorrow, day after.
Sure. So Lavleen, last week she did a beautiful story that she'd written herself. But today evening she's going to be reading a story from Premchand called Nimantran. And in her own lovely, inimitably witty style, she's going to do a fab job of it because I've got to see a precursor of that and it's really fab. Kunal is going to come and just be Kunal. He's going to take a bunch of questions and he just wants to see how it goes. So his is quite impromptu and on the spur of the moment kind of thing. Tomorrow we have brothers Akarsh and Adar Khurana and they're joined by Slow Cheetah, who's also quite a well-known rapper. And they're going to be looking back at Bombay and they've put together this mixed bag of monologues that they're going to be performing. And they're looking back at Bombay in this whole nostalgic and kind of, lovely, memorable look. Asif is one of the two workshops that we've had as part of Theatre Live. Ritasha Rathore did the other one where she did breath and performance technique. And Asif is a well-known master of having these voice-related workshops which help you with enunciation and pronunciation, modulation, and just being really clear in the way you speak. And that could be employed in any part of life, right? Not just performance. It could be public speaking. It could be in your corporate job. So Asif is going to help with voice and voice speaking techniques. So that's part of two workshops that we have. Wednesday, I'm really excited because we've got Danesh Hussain, who's doing his own series every day. If you watch him on Insta, he goes live on his Insta handle. And he's doing a lockdown in USA, kind of stuck in USA series. Danesh is, of course, a very, very well-known Dastan Go. And he's going to read some of his, perform some of his stuff from the Urdu classics that he's so good at doing.
Okay, now give us the process. How can people go and register? I mean, I know this is absolutely free of cost, but just the process to be part of these Theatre Live sessions.
So it's really easy. You log on to BookMyShow, whether it's on your desktop or on the app, and you'll see the card that says Theatre Live. Just simply click on it and you can choose how many and which performer you want to see or log on to. And when you register, not only at the time that you register, but also 30 minutes prior to the performance beginning, you will get a link. You can click on the link and it'll take you directly to the performer's handle and you can see them streaming live at the time that is decided.
Fantastic. Can you give us a sneak peek into what Act 2 of Theatre Live will be? Do you have any potential prospective dates, people, or are you just going to leave it all a mystery?
No, let's see. This bunch of performers and performances have gone off really well. So a lot of people came back and said, hey, we're really excited to do all of this again because, the lockdown doesn't seem to be ending anytime soon. So we're also putting our heads together and saying, how do we want to do this? So maybe end of April, nothing's been fixed as of now. We're still also internally, I guess the folks at BookMyShow need to see how it pans out with the other stuff that's happening because there is a lot of stuff that's happening online. And I think everybody has gone online and, there's a lot of chatter and a lot of clutter. So we also want to just take some time to take a breath and look at how do we come up with Act 2 in a bigger, better, more impactful way, so to speak. So we're looking at sometime at the end of April. We aren't sure about the dates yet and I haven't picked up the phone and asked any of my friends for the next batch. So that'll happen soon.
Acharia-Dar, so wonderful talking to you. Thank you very much for this conversation and big ups to you and the people at BookMyShow for doing Theatre Live. Speak soon. Bye-bye.
Thank you so much, Hrishi. Thanks a ton for having me. And hopefully more power to theatre, whether it's online or offline.
On that positive note, it's the British electronic music trio from Cambridge who call themselves Clean Bandit. Their collaboration with Demi Lovato called Solo. Enjoy this only on 94.3 Radio 1. My name is Hrishi K.